Hello and welcome to a new Scale 500 news video here on the channel, where I would like to introduce you to a little bit of a side project of mine. Well, it's not really my project. I have just been talking with the person who is actually involved with this and have promised to try to give it a bit of exposure here on my channel, because it is a project that I genuinely believe in and I think could be really nice for the community. But what it is all about, well, find out in today's video. Now, in order for me to explain what this is all about, we need to go a few months back in time, when I was contacted by someone from the community whose name is Paul. And Paul had done something quite creative. He had taken the lid of a toothpaste tube and had created fuel storage tanks out of them. And well, he told me about this, but not just that, he actually also sent me some of these fuel tanks. This was something I wanted to then make a review of, to show you what you can do with very simple materials at home at a very limited cost. Unfortunately, the Danish Postal Service, PostNord, decided to throw that parcel or that letter away, so these fuel tanks never arrived.
Listen, let me say something to you as a friend. You suck. Right?
Hence, I had a bit of a delay with this whole project, and is why I'm now telling you about it here in this news-style video, instead of making a full-scale review. I might still do a review of it in the future sometime, but for now, let's go back to these fuel tanks, because I wouldn't make this video if it was just about these fuel tanks. No, Paul came to me with the idea and said, look, I have done this with very limited costs, a bit of creativity, and I've actually made an instruction manual of how people can do this themselves at home. But how could we best share this with people? And could we perhaps open it up so that other people in the community, being just as creative, perhaps could also share their ideas, so that people could come together and benefit from each other's experiences and help each other out. Now, for me, this sounded like a really brilliant idea, so I was very happy to keep the conversation going with Paul and hear more about his project, which also has an official name: Open Source Model Airports, or Open Source Model Airports Ideas, so OSMA-ideas. And what will this all entail? Now, the basic idea of OSMA-ideas is for the community or model airport enthusiasts to have a central point where they can offer, of course for free, their ideas and creativity to others in the community. And this is really very important. Neither Paul nor I nor anyone else wants to benefit in any monetary way from this. This is a purely non-profit thing, simply the community coming together, trying to help each other out. And of course, there are other places out there where you perhaps find similar things. There are forums, for example, but if you are like me and perhaps struggle a bit to navigate with these forums, they are maybe not as accessible. So how could this OSMA-ideas actually be something where you guys could contribute and where you can also get and find nice ideas for your airport setups? Now, to begin with, as we only have this one tutorial of how to make these storage fuel tanks, there isn't really much to show just yet, but there is an email where, if you have ideas, if you perhaps even have made a form of instruction manual of how to create what you have done, well, then you can send it to this email. And Paul has promised me that if we gather enough contributions, not just from him, but also from you guys, then he's willing to make a website where you then can very easily access these things. Until then, you can just interact with him through the email and he can send you things. I will also leave a download link to this very first PDF in the video description below, so you can check it out yourself. And he has also already told me that he plans to follow up with something about taxi and runway artwork in the near future. So, as I said, OSMA-ideas is really an attempt to create a platform where creators in the community, people with airport setups, or just with a general passion for model airports, but perhaps have a handy idea of how to create some scenery can come together and share that knowledge with each other. And also, of course, people like maybe someone like me who is not always very creative can get some inspiration and learn how to do certain things. So if this is something that you feel like, well, it could be something for you, something you could benefit from, or something you could contribute from, then reach out to Paul via the email that you can see on the screen. Now, I would like to thank Paul very much for this initiative because, as I told him when he contacted me regarding this, well, I said I can probably not contribute with that much, but I can at least try to give it a little bit of exposure on my channels, so that's why you see this video here. And I really do hope that this is perhaps something where the community can come together and help each other in the future. As I said, everything is non-profit, it is for free, so if you have something, you will not gain anything from it other than the pleasure of having shared some of your knowledge with others, and of course vice versa, you can also perhaps gain some experience from others who have made experiences with certain projects. So what do you think about the whole OSMA-ideas concept? Do you perhaps even have something you can already contribute with? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Be sure to share the video if you think this is something that others in the community should hear about, and of course a like always helps out. And if you are new around here, subscribe. That will also help you keeping up with all these kind of videos coming here on the channel. With that, thanks so much for watching today's video. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.